Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a Powerpuff purple nail design, but we are going to do a little spin on it and make it a little bit Valentine's-y. So I've got two purples today. I've got one from Madam Glam called Vanilla Sky, and we also had one from Semilac. So I was in need of a very drastically different shade of purple, and unfortunately I did not have one like that from Madam Glam, so I had to reach out to my other companies that I've got in my collection, and I found one that matched up perfectly for what I kind of had envisioned, and it was with Semilac. So we're going to use that one later on in the video. So right now we are using the Madam Glam gel polish as our base color on all of those nails, which is so crazy because that doesn't really happen too much on my channel. I feel like there's always an ombre or something going on, or you know, a mix of different colors as background shades. But no, today we've got all 5 nails in Vanilla Sky, which is such a stunning shade. If you want to shop with Madam Glam, I'll make sure to have my link in the description for you guys, and if you use my code, you'll be able to save yourself 35% off. So definitely check out the description for any links and discount codes if you wanted to shop. So once you're happy, pop them into the lamp. I will go ahead and do a second layer off camera. And now it's time for the nail art. So we're going to mainly use the darker shade of purple for the hand nail art. And we are also going to use some white gel polish too. But right now I thought, let me crack on and do all the art that I wanted to do with this darker shade of purple first. And then once I'm happy, we'll then crack on with the white gel polish bits and bobs that we're going to do. So one nail is going to have a French tip using that darker shade of purple. So here we are, just finishing that one up. And then it's going to go into the lamp. I actually quite enjoyed using that gel polish, to be honest, today from Semilac. Most of the time, I struggle a little bit with the consistency. I'm not a big fan. I prefer Madam Glam. They're a bit more creamier and so nicely self-leveling, and a little bit thicker, which I personally prefer. With Semilac, they're quite liquidy, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not my preference, to be honest. They're not bad gel polishes in any means. I know there's a lot of nail techs that love that company, and you know, I guess I was there at one point too. I mean, I have a lot of their gel polishes, but you know, when you kind of try other companies and you find the one you kind of get drawn to, and unfortunately Semilac just wasn't one of them for me. So for the next 2 nails that we're going to work on, we're going to pick a point in the middle on one side of the nail. So for this one, I went in with the left, and you want to start dragging out lines, slightly bent lines, and you want them somewhat thinner in the center and then thicker as you go out, and then you want to color them in. So we're almost doing like a light purple to dark purple lines. And then you want to pop into the lamp. Of course, I will go ahead and do a second layer of this off camera. And we are going to do the exact same thing on the other purple nail, but of course flipped. So what we're going to do is have these 2 nails and then the Powerpuff girl in the center. So that's the vibe that I'm going for today. So I actually recently got a new stamping plate from AliExpress actually. And I will have like a haul kind of video coming up soon. I feel like I haven't done one for such a long time. But I didn't order enough to actually film a video, so I'm kind of gathering things up at the moment, and then once I have enough stuff, I'll just film a nice long video for you guys. But that was one of those plates, so it's a little sneak peek to what's to come basically in a haul video. And I've really wanted to do a Powerpuff nail design because I just find that they're super cute, and a lot of people do them, and I'm always so jealous because I think they're so nice, and you can do really cool designs with the actual like image. So I'm doing a stamping one today. You can do stickers if you're not into stamping. I'm sure AliExpress will have a lot of Powerpuff kind of like inspired stickers by them, so you can do that. But I just love stamping so much because you can really customize the stamping to the color palette that you've kind of got going on with your nails. So of course today I'm doing a purple one, so I was able to customize my Powerpuff girl to be purple and fit in with the whole design. And naturally, if I was doing a blue design or a pink one or a yellow one, I'll be able to just mess about and just kind of, you know, change it around and make it fit in every single time, which I just love so much. You basically have so much creativity with these stamping plates, and yeah. So now that that's done, I am going in with a big old dotting tool, and I'm going to do some clouds. So on the French tip, we're going to do 3 clouds, fairly big ones to be honest. And it's just the method of just popping a couple of dots next to each other. You don't want them too close because you want to have the like almost like half of a circle shape going on. Then at the top of that French tip nail, I'm going to do 3 dots where we are going to drag out lines to make a little bit of a star. And then, because it's not enough, we are then going to grab a dotting tool, a small one. I think it was actually the smallest one I had in my collection. And I'm just going to scatter around dots all around this nail, in between the clouds, in between the stars, everywhere basically. But since the dotting tool is so small, it doesn't really, it's not, I actually think I end up switching because I think this one was a bit too big. Yep, there we go, I switched. Yeah, they're very, very tiny little dots. So just scatter them around. It's almost like we're going for a sky. I found that the Powerpuff girl looked like she was kind of floating. I was thinking of drawing like a cloud underneath her to make her look like she's kind of like standing on a cloud, but I don't know, I just feel like I can't really trust myself. I'm going to make it look good enough. So the clouds went somewhere else. So that's gone into the lamp. And now we're working on the full purple nail. And this one will have a whole nail scattered with snowflakes. Not snowflakes, it's clouds. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, if I said snowflake earlier, I don't know now. I'm so sorry. If I said snowflake, I meant cloud. So for this one, you want to do one on the right hand side, then the left hand side, and so on, going downwards on the nail. And then once you're happy, which I will be in just a second because this nail is pretty long and it took me a little while to do all the clouds there. Once you're happy though, you want to grab your small dotting tool again, and we're just going to do a couple of stars in between the clouds. So that's all that we're going to do on this one. We are not doing any extra dots or anything like that. So I'm just going to keep going with those clouds. As you can see, I'm not really too worried how they look. I'm not also trying to make them too similar to one another. Like, I'm just kind of going with the flow. I find that sometimes when you're too stressed about how something comes out, it almost feels like it comes out even worse. Because if I was to spend a lot of time trying to make them symmetrical, I'd be here forever and I'd be getting annoyed, and I'll probably be making a worse design and a worse looking nail than that if I just went with the flow. So now that that's done, grabbing the dotting tool, and I'm just placing a dot in between the clouds, just wherever I had some space, and then using the nail art brush that we used earlier, I'm just going to drag out lines coming out of it. Same thing, just 4 lines coming out of it from each angle, and then that nail is good to go, hopped into the lamp, and then we can crack on with the rest of the design. So the next step will be to apply some heart glitters actually. So I came across in my drawer, which was actually behind a bunch of things, so it was actually quite lucky that I came across it recently since I was doing this design. And they're these purpley shade little hearts, and I thought it would work so well with today's design, and I decided to incorporate them. So we'll get to that in just a second. There is our nail done. Okay, so grab yourself a base coat, and the one I'm using today is just a random really old, not very good base coat from AliExpress. Again, no one's like wearing these, so I don't have to worry too much about the products that I'm using. I'm just kind of trying to use it up so that it's done and gone, and it's a shame to just throw it away because it does work. And yeah, no one's wearing these, so as long as it works and does what I need it to do, that's great. But yeah, after it's done, going forwards, I'm just gonna buy what I actually enjoy, which is Nail Nails or Madame Glam. Those are quite accessible to me and I love their products a lot. So now with those little hearts, I'm just going to place a couple on our lined nails. So we've got 2 of them, so we're going to do the exact same thing on both. Just a couple. I'm not placing them too close to each other. That you want a fair space between them, because later on we are going to add some extra dots and stars. So make sure you leave a fair space if you are doing it on a client, so you have a small nail bed. Just do 2, do 3. Still try and include them because I think it creates such a cute little design. Or if your heart glitters are a bit too big, then maybe hand draw if you can. I just think it's such a cool little look and I would not skip it personally. So now it's time for our stamping. So I've got a white and a black from Born Pretty. Now we've got 3 Moyu London stamping polishes. Here we've got All Stars, which is our yellow. Then we've got Cafe Au... Oh, I don't know how to say that. That was our nude. And then we've got Violet Haze, which is our purple. So we're going to use our stamping plate. This one here. Looking cute. And we also have this one here from Moyu London, where we're going to pick up some hearts. So the heart one, it doesn't have to be identical, so if you can hand paint them, or if you've got a different stamping plate with hearts on it, that would work perfectly. So this is the little Powerpuff girl that I've picked up. I've actually never watched the episodes or anything, or movies or whatever this is. So I don't know if they have names or anything, so I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit uneducated in that area, so I'm so sorry. So if you want to let me know in the comments, feel free to do so. But I've picked up this cute little girl here. So I'm going in with the white, and I am just going in with the legs, the eyes, and well, both bits of the eyes. That's what I'm going in for, and I'm colouring it in with the stamping polish. And in case you're wondering, this method is called reverse stamping. So it's when you pick up with your stamper an outline of an image, and then you grab your nail art brush and you colour it in, basically. And it's so nice, so therapeutic, and it's so satisfying when you spend all your time colouring it in, getting it all cute, and then you stamp it down, and it's just so satisfying. And I love matte top coating stamping as well. I just find that it just brings the stamping to life. It just makes it stand out more. I just really like it. So that's what, of course, what we're going to do later on in the video as well. We're going to matte top coat. So now that the white is done, I'm going in with the purple, and I am adding it to the little hairband and also to her little t-shirt as well. So this is the bit where you can really customize your stamping to the color palette that you've got going on your nails. So this is really fun, effective, and if you are a nail tech that actually does, of course, clients, then this is such a cool little thing to be able to offer your clients, and it might even help you stand out from others in your area, being able to offer these kind of designs. And honestly, it doesn't even take any skills. You just need to know how to pick it up, which it might take you a very small, hopefully, while to grasp. And then once you know how to pick something up, I mean, you basically downhill from there, really. You just got to color it in, or some plates are layered, so you won't even have to color in. You just layer the stamping, and then you get yourself an image. I think it's really cool, and yeah, I would love if my nail tech offered stamping personally. Righty, so the hair is done with the yellow. Now it's time for the face. So now we are using that nudie shade. At first I was a bit worried that I didn't have a skin colored stamping polish, which would have been a problem in a way. I mean, I could have just mixed a couple of polishes on my palette and created the perfect nude, but it's nice to just have a whole bottle ready to go whenever you need it. But luckily, yeah, I found one from Moyu, and it's been a while since I used Moyu London stamping polishes, so it was quite nice to get them involved in today's video. So I waited for a bit for it to dry a little bit, and now we stamped it onto our nail. We are using gel polish, so it leaves a tacky layer. That's why I was able to just wait for the design to fully dry before stamping. But if you are using only stamping polish, then you will need some sort of a sticky base to where you are able to stamp it on top of the nails. So bear that in mind. I am mainly a gel polish kind of user. I don't think I've ever used actual polish. I know I had some years ago, but it was before I really got into nails, so I know I had some, but I just never used to wear it. And whenever I did try, it would dry for so long that I just had no patience. I would always knock it somewhere, and I could never get it to stay, and it always chip. So yeah, I'm so glad that gel polishes are a thing these days. So with our other stamping plate, I really just liked the different heart selection that they offer on this plate. So that one place there, I just kept picking up different shaped hearts. One is like an outline, one is a fully covered, like a block heart, one is like a lined heart. I just really like the different varieties. So I picked up a couple and made it look like it's coming out of her head, like she's kind of like in love. And this is where, if you can see where you look on that middle nail, is where I wanted to kind of place a cloud underneath her to make it look like she's kind of floating on a cloud. Maybe I should have done that looking at it now. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would have popped a little cloud underneath her. I was kind of tempted to find a cloud in a stamping plate to pop under her, just because the whole nail was a stamping nail. I thought it would be cool to kind of add that extra stamping underneath her. But I did find one, but it was just so big, and it wasn't actually what was kind of the vibe I was going for. So I didn't have one, and I ended up just skipping on it. So we've got a bit more of a less busier set than my usual sets on this channel. Okay, so once I'm done, you pop it into the lamp. We've got one little touch to do. We also have no crystals today, no glitter, guys. This is a crazy set for me. So now that we've got the lined nails done, I am going in with the white, and I really wanted the white to be glossy on top of this matte background. So we are doing 3 dots that are going to be our snowflake. not snowflake. Why do I keep feeling like I want to say snowflake? It's going to be our star. And now again with that little dotting tool, go ahead and just scatter a couple of little dots. Do one on its own, then the 3 in a cluster, then maybe just 2. Just scatter them around. I absolutely love how this nail came out. I'm just so happy with this design. I really love the color choice and the way everything just kind of complements each other. I hope you guys feel the same. I love it so much, and I'm just tempted to kind of do like a press on nail sets with exactly this design but on your nails. Or maybe we could like switch up, maybe different color instead, but I just love how this came out. Love. So again, doing it on the other nail too. I ended up actually placing the little stars a bit too close, I think, on this nail compared to the other, but it's fine. They're literally not next to each other. They're kind of separated by the Powerpuff nails, so it's not too noticeable, which is good. So again, just scatter around your little dots. You'll notice that I'm not pulling them all the way to the top and I'm not pulling it all the way to the bottom. Bear that in mind as well when doing these dots. Then pop it into the lamp and we're basically done. Here they are next to each other, super cute. And here is the final set. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.